Hello, all, and welcome to another Sanctuary Sunday. Sanctuary! Yes, a day where I try to cover something other than war games. Today, I'm going to unbox and take a quick look at the Guild of Merchant Explorers. This is from AEG, and designers are Matthew Dunson and Brett Gilbert. And this is, for lack of a better term, is kind of a roll and write with cubes. The roll and write genre has been around for a while and has picked up a lot of steam over the last couple of years. And you know, it usually is a rolling dice and then marking something down. But there has grown into flip and writes where you flip cards and then write something down. Well, this one is, there's going to be cards that you're going to be selecting actions or territories from, and then putting cubes out. So it has some of the same feel and mechanisms, but or actually doesn't really have the same mechanism, but has some of the same feel and results that you would get from a standard roll and write. So let's take a look at the back of the box here. You reconnect the kingdom of Tygome, or Tygomi, or not sure how I pronounce that. The queen has sent out a call to the Guild of Merchant Explorers, asking brave adventurers to voyage all the corners of the kingdom of Tygome. While the kingdom is flourishing, its maps have not been updated for some time, and its great cities have lost contact with one another. With your team of explorers, you will journey over rough seas, towering mountains, vast deserts, and lush grasslands to establish trade routes between cities and discover new villages that have emerged. So if you look on this looks relatively kind of muted. Some of the components and the theme don't necessarily jump out at you, but I've been following the gameplay and it looks interesting. That's why I decided to pick this up. This whole feel of flipping cards and selecting different territories, and then having to put your cubes and try to connect routes or fill in areas. It's just kind of interesting. 45 minutes to play, 1 to 4 players. I like the solo availability, and 10 plus age, and it is simultaneous play. That's also something that is good to know as well. So let's get inside the box and see what we have inside here. I mean, some people did not like the kind of the muted colors, and just it felt like it was just didn't jump off the page very much, but or the off the board. But I kind of like it. I mean, everything is right on the outside of the box. The Guild of Merchant Explorers. Well, that's kind of a somewhat a boring title, but let's see what we get in here. We've got a regular hobby box, big square box, not super thick, but looks like it would hold everything together. Here's the rule booklet, and already don't like wasted space on the back because I always like putting like a player aid or something, but each to their own. Looks like the rules are 11 pages, but you have some markers here for your legendary explorers, so to keep track of, I guess, your exploits. Here is the components, the setup. Looks relatively straightforward there. Gameplay overview. And you're going to have your own unique map that you're going to be placing your cubes on. You're going to reveal cards, and that's where you get to place your cubes based on what's revealed. Some golden rule of exploration. Here's the exploration cards. So this is kind of the main heart of the game. Though what they reveal is where you put your cubes. But then you're trying to create routes or link up stuff, or trying to get to areas of the map that have bonus points. Map features and villages. Completing goals. Then this is solo mode. Explorer's Almanac. Treasure cards, investigate cards, and there you have it. So yeah, relatively straightforward. Big pages. Here are the individual boards. I think these are the player boards. These are your different maps that you'll be playing on. These are they're not mounted, but they're thicker than normal. They're relatively thick, and they have a little bit of a finish to it. They feel like they have a look like a linen finish to it. So they're a little bit more substantial than just paper. And they're dual-sided there. And this is where you'll be playing and putting your cubes out. And then these are the different eras, like villages are worth more as you go on in the game, and then these are the different values as they go on. So you got all kinds of, so it looks like there's 4 of those maps, and then there's 4 of the same on the back, and there's 4 of these maps. And then 4 of the same on the back of that. So you got a little bit of variety there. Looks like you have 4 different maps to play. Here's the board. Now this is mounted, or a little bit thicker board here that where you'll be putting the cards out for train. And one of the key aspects of this game are these cards here. You're going to be able to select, get a choice of a couple of different cards each of these rounds, and these are like something only you have. Not everybody, this is available to everybody. This is what people play off of. But these are only available to you, and they're unique, and they give you some bonuses throughout the rest of the game. So let you do something that nobody else can do. Here are the counters. Decent thickness on the counters. These are the money, which is victory points. Then you've got all kinds of different counters there. They're all pre-rounded and dual-sided. So you got 1, 5, and 10, and 50 on the money, and then these are just all same backside. So this is really the value side right there. You get some cubes for the different players. So you got gray, greenish, reddish, and yellow. And these are the cubes you're making with the routes. Also your villages, I think, are in there as well. Then we have, these are towers. You get bonuses for those as well. And you get more victory points for them. Then we got the cards. Let's see what we have with the cards here. Whoops. They come out pretty easy. I just put my finger on that, and it was already going to poke out one of the counters. So the counters should be no problem poking them out. Get these started a little bit. I don't see a little tab on them. So without a tab, sometimes it's hard to get these things started. So let's look at these cards here. These, I think, are like the goal cards, or some of the special goals that you'll be trying to accomplish over time. And these are for the different boards. So there's going to be each of these for, I think 6 of these for each of the different boards. And so like whoever discovers 5 villages, well, the first one to do it gets 10. Everybody else after that gets 5. So these are like special goals for those boards, and it's kind of a race. The first to get 2 towers gets a 10. Everybody else gets 5. And these are going to be different for each one of the boards. So these are kind of unique to whatever board you're playing. So you got several of those for each of the different boards. Those are like special goals. Then we have, this is mainly the action deck. This is the roll part, or the flip card part, if you want to compare it to a roll and write. Let's see here. Get those there. Got that. How many different backs do we have here? Looks like we've got 3 different backs. Let's look at these. I think these are the, some of the, these are going to give you, oh, this is scoring, I think. This is for scoring purposes, I think. And then these are the actual cards for the, like the, oh, these I think are the special cards. That if you get these, then this is a special ability that only you have. I think that's what these cards are. So this is kind of the heart of the asymmetrical part of the game. Yeah, and these are just the standard cards here. So like, if that's out there, then you can put a cube in that terrain, or put cubes in those terrains and stuff like that. And then these are the different rounds things. So there you have it. Not a lot of different components, not a lot to this game. I mean, again, I haven't really explained it very well, so this is really just an unboxing. But the little I do know about it, it looks interesting from an aspect of the simultaneous play and making your own decisions on your board, and but not doing it in a roll and write way. I mean, you're not like marking the board and stuff. You're marking stuff with your cubes on the board and trying to create patterns and routes and fill in certain objectives and goals and stuff like that. And then these unique powers or these unique cards are really the heart of it that makes it interesting for everybody at the table. Anyway, that's what I have for you today. If you've played this, love to know your thoughts on it. What do you think about this? It's a relatively recent title. It's been within the last year, maybe a little longer. So it's gotten a lot of gameplay out there. Love to know your thoughts on it. Is this something you're interested in? My family is kind of hit or miss with roll and write type games, so I thought I'd pick this one because it's a little bit more substantial, where you're marking stuff on the board or putting stuff on a board, as opposed to just writing stuff down. So anyway, that's one reason I picked it up. I want to see how my family feels about it. Plus, the solo play looks interesting. So, actually, not very many components for a box this size. I mean, you get quite a big box for not very much there. Maybe it's all for expansions. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Love to know your thoughts on it. Please drop your comments and let me know. Otherwise, I hope you're having a great Sunday or whatever day you're watching this. Take care. Thanks for watching.